Right, so in theory we should be live. I'm not 100% sure because I get a black screen here and not a black screen here. Weird. Is it working at all? Because I just get the black screen here. Annoying. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so of course, thank you very much for the people that are live now and the people that will watch this later. I need to apologize for the audio quality on my first stream. I had absolutely no idea the air conditioning was so loud. So hopefully this is going to be much better, and with a new webcam, and hopefully you can see my screen. A couple of things I want to make sure that you guys understand. It's not my intention to hide my screen or the code. The problem is that I'm forced to do this at 24p because that's the maximum speed that that my connection can handle. So that's it. Right, last couple of days I had some good ideas for the artificial intelligence. I did some changes. Before we start today, I would like to start with a simple race to see where we are with the artificial intelligence. They are much more aggressive. We're going to try a race at Monza with the Tatus, and the tricky part here is going to be to get through the first corner, because the cars now are much more aggressive, so they attack each other and attack the player much more. So the situation where you get 2 cars in line or 3 cars in line is much more frequent, and that also means that the dangerous situation are more frequent as well. So let's try to see how it goes. Let's try to get a clean start, which is a bit more complicated now, but the idea is to keep working on this. So basically now we are in a situation where they are very much more aggressive than before. So the idea is to keep working and eventually get into a situation where we can scale their behavior from very aggressive to pretty much as it was before. The main breakthrough was that try to teach the AI not to consider cars. Here we go. So it will start immediately. That's what I was talking about. That's what you get when they get really aggressive. So the idea is now to have the cars considering other cars as obstacle only when the other cars are braking. So in other words, if you are accelerating on a straight or on an exit of a corner, it doesn't really, the code for the safe distance and collision avoidance doesn't kick in. So okay, we got a small contact. Hopefully that didn't really compromise my wings. You can see already the guy very aggressive there. Let's see if we can make it through the second corner without problems. Oh yes, but I lost many positions. As usual here, at many cars, so we need to wait. I'm gonna try to attack this guy. There we go. So this little change really made a huge difference, because basically I realized that was that code to basically stop them from attacking each other and attacking the player on the straight. So that's very interesting. And you can see straight away, let's see if this guy behind me is going to attack me now. Maybe they are too close to attack. I'm going on the inside. Of course, this also means a huge amount of work, because it's basically lots of testing to see if we broke something. It doesn't look like the code is working. I was expecting this guy to go at me much harder. Well, it doesn't look like he's going for it. Was my last minute change something that broke this? Looks like it's okay. Let's try again. Maybe the guy also had a damage in his wing, so his maximum speed was not enough to catch up with me. Let's try another one. Of course, Monza is the ideal scenario to test overtaking, because it's got long straights, very clean separation between what is a straight and what is a corner. Really shitty start here. But clean. No contact, so let's see. Get out of my way. Whoa. Okay. That was good. They're still very slow there, but I'm okay with that. You really don't want the AI to think they can clip a corner very fast and hit you while you are on the outside. I don't think you can see on a 24p resolution, but the race is very much alive in front of me. They are passing each other, they are attacking each other a lot. Yeah, I see one guy, two guys going out from the line to attack. Also behind me, they're coming very fast. Brake. Okay. Lots of action going on. Lots of cars attacking each other, which is really what we want to see, really, at the end. I'm long here. I don't know if there is... That's good, they didn't hit me. I was long and then I managed to close the corner in a totally wrong line, but still they managed to avoid me. The problem is that I'm losing contact with the guys in front. Here we go, they went. This is something else that will happen because they are more aggressive. They get into two lines like this much more, and it means they disturb each other a lot. Look what a mess here. They're all over the place, very slow here. I really need to understand why they go so slow there. Look at the guy behind me like a crazy, trying to find space to pass. Let's see if he's passing me. Yes, he's going for it. Come on, boy. Come on, come on, come on. I think he's going to give up now. I have to go really slow because look at them. On two lines also here, very slow, very slow. But good for me, I can pass here. Something else that... Oh, there is a guy here. I didn't see the arrow at all. And he was there. Something else is they will have to learn to use the slipstream. It's fine for them because they all go for the same line. But the player is moving around much more. So it would be nice if the artificial intelligence was actually following the player in order to catch slipstream. Okay, I passed this guy. Brake. There was a guy behind me, yeah, with a brake mistake. He arrived with smoking tires. I can only... It's terrorizing in game. I can only imagine what that will feel like to have a guy, you know, to see a guy behind you smoking his tires in a braking zone and coming for you. Yeah. I'm still, I think, too much back in the pack to see people who are really attacking me. It's a shame. I really wanted to show you how much more aggressive they were. But this is 96%. Monza. I'm lapping at the moment in 52. But there is lots of traffic. No, actually I lied. That was a 157. It's just that I'm taking such a different lines around the track that the delta time gets really confused in what you're doing. Actually 52 was a very fast lap. I think here the AI is running pole position at about 55, something like that. I think something has changed, because that go in and then, you know, give up. Never do changes the last time before you want to show something. I'm just gonna finish this race to see if something interesting is happening. There is something wrong with the hand animation on the titles that we need to fix. Last lap, 56.7. Just to give you a reference of the lap time that we're running, so you can compare with the kind of lap times that you do here. I'm in 10th position. Come on, boy, attack me. He's going for it, and he gives up. But that's okay, because he understood that there wasn't enough time to get beside me before the corner arrived. So he basically had two possibilities there. One, hope to beat me on the braking, but because he's on the not on the ideal line, he will actually end up braking before me anyway, in order to stay on the inside. And so if he starts to go out from the ideal line and stay there, what eventually it will happen is that it will be slower. So what the algorithm is doing is say, okay, is my speed enough in order to get beside this guy, inside this guy, before we get to the corner. And if it so he's constantly tracking how long. Okay, so that's the end of the race. I just want to check something to see. A couple of times he was actually potentially he had the possibility to attack me, and he didn't. I want to see if he's right, if he's staying on the gas of it, or if I don't have enough replay to see this. Don't have the replay to see this, never mind. Well, okay, that was not as exciting as I thought, but never mind. Let's before we move on the what I'm going to do really today, let's see the chat 1 second. Okay, right, okay, so what I'm going to do today is, usually on Sunday I do stuff that is a bit low priority, and one thing that we're going to do is glowing brakes, which is something that people are asking for. Now, I don't really know if we will make it on time to actually implement this in every car that we had. What I have here is I created a first attempt shader for one of my graphic guy to work on to make this glow, and the point is now that we will have to drive this from the game. So let's see what we're looking for, if it's doing what we want. Not really. It looks like alright, because we need to use the alpha channel to drive which part of the texture actually gets the glow. So in the shader I think something like glow A. Okay. Okay, so we put the new shader that now is using the alpha channel of the glow texture to decide where the glow is actually applied, and let's try again. Alright. Not really happy about this, but I think it's something that the graphic guys will have to improve. The formula looks good to me. I'll have to check the textures. Now the point is that so now the simulator will have to drive this value, and in order to do this, the first thing we need is for the simulator to be able to know which objects are actually the disks. So it knows you need to treat them in a different way. So we just use an ini file for that. Where are you, Pagani? It's on that. So we will have actually we can do it in the graphics. Do we have graphics? We don't have a graphics. We can do it in the where we can do this. We can do it here. We can do a disk session in car disks. Break disks. Okay, so we will do something like disk LF, disk RF disk LR disk RR. I'm sorry, I'm going to cough a lot. That's the problem living with the air conditioning. Now, because we don't have break temperature at the moment in Assetto Corsa, we need to fake this. So let's say that we fake it. We can use the front. Let's try to do it globally, and then because basically we want the front brake to get more temperature than the rear brake. So let's say front max glow, and it's going to be a scalar value. So let's say that, for example, the max value for this is 5, and then rear max glow is going to be 3. Okay, so what is happening now is we need to have some sort of lag or filter that goes there. So let's try with the usual 0.9 and let's see what is happening. Okay, so we need to find the brake disc names. So let's reopen the car and let's see how these are called. We don't have a specific for this, so in this case, for example, we have a G brake disc. So LF, you cannot count on. Well, it's interesting because it's under an object called disk LF, but as I said, we cannot count on this because we have no absolutely no how you say specification about this. So it looks like the names are correct, so it just changed the last part. RF, LR, and RR. Okay, so now in our car avatar we have to initialize this thing. I wonder if it's good to create probably a new class for this. And we call it brake disc graphics. Okay, and it's a game object. People were wondering last time on chat what I'm using. At the moment I'm using Visual Studio 2013 for the simulation part, while the server part of Assetto Corsa is using a programming language called Go, created by Google. And to develop with that one, I'm using an integrated development environment called Lightide, which is fantastic. Okay, so brake disc graphics have in the constructor they want a car avatar, a reference to car avatar. So we need the forward declaration for this. in our private variables we have a car avatar reference, and when we will initialize this in car avatar. Okay, so what we do with this one, we start while you're complaining constructor. We need to create the game object. Okay, so game object is called brick disk graphics, and okay, we need to include the car avatar header file. In C++, the convention that we have is that basically when you're passing something to a function that can be null, you can pass a pointer. If you pass something that cannot be null, so in this case the car, we pass a reference, and that's because then it's responsibility of the caller to dereference himself. So if you get a crash, you get a crash in the caller and not in your code, so you can blame somebody else for that. Okay, so once we open this, we need to open the ini file, and the file is going to be in content cars plus the name of my car, which is what I call the Unix name, and then data, and then car dot ini, or whatever you call that in English. ini, ini, no idea how you call that in English. In Italian we just say ini. So if the file is there, of course it's there, but okay, we need to check that the section for the break disk is actually there. So if has section, how did we call this? Let me close the editor. Did we call this? We called it break disks. Break disks. So if we have this, okay. Okay, so how we do this? So inside here we need to have some shared pointers material for, okay, and we have to forward declare material. Okay. For the name of the section of the keys for tires, we have disk LF, disk RF, disk LR, and disk RR. This allows me to just write a cycle for 4. Okay, so disk name is in get string with brick disk and keys I, and then we have to look for it. So okay, so in the car node, find child by name. The problem is that we need a mesh for this. How this work for lights, for example? Yeah, for example, car brake lights. Okay, it goes find children my name, and then we look for the mesh. Not very nice, but we can live with it. So find children my name and disk name. Okay. So look for all of these. Name. Okay, so you need to create the vector with the result. Result. Okay, then we do a dynamic cast to see if they are mesh. Result. If they are mesh, then we can, in theory, we could simply assume, put the material into the material that tire, but because graphic guys never do this properly, we need to create a copy, which is exactly what we do here in the brake light. So we need to create a copy. So SharePoint material, new material, blah blah blah. Okay, then give it to the mesh and then say materials I equals mat. Okay, of course there should be a mesh pointer. Almost there. Let's put some debug. Say break disk, the name that we're looking for, disk name found for the keys. Alright. So if this works, okay, let's try to put update et override. So in theory what we could do is turn on this. Actually I want to take the vars material var pointer vars glow vars, and we do it here. So glow var I equals material get bar, and this is called, oh, it's called in the shader, break this, it's called glow level. It's called glow level. Glow level. Fair enough. So here we do our cycle for the 4 tires. Okay. So if we have a material that, then our glow bar I set flow at 10. So to check if this works, we start by just turning on all the tires, all the discs, and then once this works, we make the formula better. It's compiling. Okay, next thing we need to do is to add a game object. Game object new break this graphics, pointer to this, and of course we need to include the break this header, and we should be ready to go. So we try this at Magione with the Pagani Zonda R, only one car, and just we do practice. And in order to see this better, I put the sun down so it's a little darker. We need to put the shader, the new shader that we changed also into the Assetto Corsa folder that I use for testing. Okay, and we can see straight away that I can see 2 of them very bright, and also these other 2 very bright. Okay, right, so next we need to make this work in a, so let's see. So the target, first we need a status, so we need a float current glow value, and this is all initialized to 0. We can initialize to 0 here. Current glow value equals 0. Okay, so we have a target value for this one, and the target value is going to be car controls. Controls is not going to work very well with ABS, but anyway. Physics state break. Okay. This we need to have the maximum. Okay, so float max value, and we load this from the ini files. So max value I equals right, so if we are in the front, max value how did we call this? Front max glow. Okay, let's rename this guy max glow, so it's more consistent. Max glow. Come on, I'll do it by hand. Okay, so this is the max glow, and then if it is tire 2 and 3 is using the rear max glow. Okay, so this the amount of brake multiplied by max glow for that tire, and then we need to make sure that this doesn't happen when the car is not moving, and that means we saturate the state angular velocity, tire angular velocity. What's the angular velocity of the tire? Sus angular velocity. How is that possible? No, it's not it. Wheel angular speed, fanculo. Okay. So we make sure that when the tire are not rotating, this thing is not glowing. We might need some more work on this because okay, I'm sure we're going to need a little bit more work on this. Fine. Okay, so then we have our blend value, which is global. I give it default, but when we load this, the blend value is whatever we call it, lag. And again, I need to rename this in the code. Lag. It's lag, and it's lag. Okay. So, and this is simply a filter. So what we have is current glow value for this tire equals the new value, and the current value with a linear interpolation using the blend. So in other words, the higher, which doesn't exist, is the lag. The higher the lag, the more lag you have. And this should work, but I'm sure that at low speed it will not work, so we might just have an if there. Just turn it to 0. Okay, they're not really turned on, which is good. So let's give control to the AI and see what happens. It looks high. Yeah. Okay, the blend is too low. Yeah, the blend is too low. This car is not really driving that well. Okay, so the blend looks too low. The blend lag, whatever. So let's see. Let's try to put 99. Is the value correct? Target value. Yeah, looks fine. Probably also the glow is too high. Like 3 and 2. That's better. And basically we need to live with this. Why this car is not really driving properly. We need to live with this until we have proper brake temperature in assetto corsa. Why this AI is driving so bad? is not realizing is going in understeer, I think. Okay, so now the interesting thing is that because we are attaching ourselves to the brake pedal, in this case, it means that this should work straight away also for replays. That's it. We are replay now. Yes, it does. It works in replay, which is cool. No work needed to make it work in replay. And it also means that it should work straight away for multiplayer as well. Although in multiplayer we are not really sending the brake pedal, but we are sending the the client is sort of working out what the value for the brake could be. So this should work as well in multiplayer. We'll have to check. Actually very cool. Cool, okay. I will come to the chat to read what you guys are saying. I wonder if this is still working. Yeah. Okay guys, it's like we are 1 hour into the stream. My god, so many messages. Oh gosh, I will never be able to read all this. If you have some questions, go for with your questions now. Why it backfires when it goes up? Because what is happening is that the throttle gets closed for a fractions of a second, and that's enough to basically create fuel into the exhaust, and it's backfiring. It happens also in real life. The brakes warming up is not that different from the question was is it any way to make it work only after 5 minutes to simulate brakes warming up. The code is not that different from the one I did. At the end of the day is basically some sort of lag that you have with the brakes, but the big difference is that it's not working with a value that goes from 0 to 1 like the brake, but it goes with a much more complicated value that is actually the Newton meter of the brake. So it's not that easy. But as I said in the last stream, it's not really the time to code it. It's the time to actually implement it for every car. So that's a lot. Will Japan win in the? I hope so. I hope so. Nothing against the USA, but of course Japan. I will try. I will try to do some experiments for mine. The question is, they would like to see it 320p instead of 24p. I will try to do some experiments and see if I can improve the resolution. Can we expect full start? No, we can't. I'm not working on that. No full starts in next update or even the one after this is absolutely not on the radar at all. And as I said in my last stream, the main reason is that is not to actually allow you to start before the light. The problem is handling the penalties, and so it needs an entire system. Your stance on DirectX 12? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I didn't have the time. From what I see at the moment with Assetto Corsa, is not something that will bring any advantage to us. So I don't know. To data such as the temperature build in ceramic carbon disc. We could, yes, actually we have contacts with Brembo and others, so it's quite possible that we get that kind of data. And it's not that complicated to work out. The physics is quite easy. Of course, there are stuff like ventilation and all the holes inside the disk that makes it a little bit more complicated. Any chance for a mod D for server so we can have a little message box when the client joins or allow a system message to be sent to our server command line? I don't know what a mod D is, but I understand the need for a system message to be sent by the server, and I will try to do something for this update. Right, okay, so yeah, either well, message of the day is more something that the server send when you first connect to it, but yeah, you could use the same code at the end for something that also the administrator of the server can send. Damages on cars will improve. Absolutely no plans to work on the damage. You will watch the GP. There's a GP? I didn't even know there's a GP. So I guess the answer is no. 64-bit. Actually, I have a build running, so it's at the moment there is no reason really to have 64-bit. So it just makes everything more complicated for us because we will have to provide two versions with all the DLLs, and the build system on Steam becomes more complicated for basically no advantage at all other than saying that we have a 64-bit. Sim Racing Expo in September. I don't think so. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if we will be at the Sim Racing Expo. I don't even know that there is a Sim Racing Expo, where it is, and so on. What are your access behind you? It's a Sur modern satin, Ibanez 7-string iron label, then a Gibson LPM, and here Telecaster Special, but you cannot see it today. There is a huge update. There is a huge change log for next update, and I don't know. Let me see if I can see something that could be more interesting than other stuff. Uh, There are simple things like the fact that you can now see the tires used by the other cars in the leaderboards and in the leaderboards at the bottom and the leaderboards on the top. We fixed the aligning torque values that was too big, and it was and I think that gives a feeling on the steering wheel that is a bit different from is not huge, but I think that people that have that are very sensible on the steering wheel can really feel it. Will be able to feel it. Will be the sensation of speed, the net code. When you are arriving to a point of break, you could not feel the relative del zero. It's so abrupt. That's that sensation of speed in netcode is abrupt because it's you either get that or you get a big difference between what the real position of the car is and the position of the car that you get on your screen, and that means that you might hit somebody or get hit by somebody but it actually didn't hit you. So there are no, but I'm going to do all these little things on the multiplayer. Yeah, well, it's not that important because you can actually get the result of the race once you get out, and you get the full result of the race. If the weather multiplayer, I think so. Yes, you will be able to choose a different weather. How can I donate my money to Kunos? You can't. Buy Assetto Corsa for a friend. No, I already asked that. Fine, okay. Basically, we will go for about 1 hour and a half. I will go to my next feature for the day, and what we want to do is basically add another F1 view, so driving view, which is basically completely customizable. So the user will be able to customize completely that view. It's something that of course is possible to do with the mod cars, because you can change the value of the driving position, but there is no way to do it with our cars, so we thought we add that. So in order for this to work, the file to actually control this cannot be in the data folder of the car. So let's do this with the Pagani as well. It cannot be in the data folder, so it's got to be out here, and we will call it custom view. Okay, and we will start with a simple position. So let's put it very high, and let's see what is happening. Actually, what I can do is start from the driver eyes position and just move it a little bit, so we know that we are not completely in another place. So we can start from this and say, for example, we move. I never remember if minus is forward or back. I'm terrible in these things. Right, so this is the basic idea. Now, in order to implement this, I need to remember where. Okay, so we have this camera on board, Need to remember how this works. Okay. So we have this drivable, which I think is just another, probably is another camera drivable. Camera drivable manager. Current mode. Okay, so we have chase, bonnet, bumper, and then we have a new one which is called custom. And when we do next mode, we have one more mode now. We have to chase. Cool. And then we will have another function called update custom. Okay, we have a custom camera pose, and eventually for sure we will have a custom camera pitch. For now we put it to 0. So the custom is really nothing different from the bonnet and bumper, I think. Yeah, the bonnet. Okay, shadow map split, fine. 60 degrees. I wonder if we should give probably we should put the FOV definition into the custom view. So for sure it will have a pitch and it will have a FOV. So let's start with a 50 FOV. Let's start with a 30 FOV so we see straight away that it's working. So float custom camera FOV. Fine. Okay. We also need to have a flag that tells us if the custom camera is available. Is custom camera available? Okay. So when we start this one, at the end we have to open custom view ini file, and this is going to live in content cars plus blah 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 car Unix name and bank custom view. Okay, if the file is there, we read it, and drivable camera position. No, travel camera depth. It is a little bit stupid. This code is really stupid. I take this from here. Shouldn't be there really. I don't understand. Okay, so first of all, is custom camera available is now true, and custom camera position, we can read it, get float 3, custom view, boss, pitch, it's a float, and custom camera FOV. Okay. Floats. Okay. So when I do next mode, we need to do something like if current mode is 3 and the custom camera is not available, current mode equals 4 is driver custom okay, or all this stuff here. So if we are in a custom mode, but we don't have a custom mode, we just go back to chase. Okay. Okay, and then when we do the various update, look, how this works. Okay, here, so case custom update custom delta t break, don't use this stupid indentation, fair enough. So in theory, by cycling F1 now, we should be able to go into this custom view. Although so position is custom camera pose, rotate pitch is custom camera pitch, is FOV. Okay, and the position is custom camera pose. Come on, Visual Studio, compile this. As I was saying, the idea is for people that have a cockpit and they just want to put the camera in a position where they just see the cockpit and they don't see the steering wheel and so on. This feature will just allow them to do exactly that. So let's see. So chase bonnet. Okay, and that's our new position. So let's make sure it works. Not sure it works because let me see. This is basically the same position as the normal view camera. See, it doesn't work really. So let's see what's going on. Maybe our reference point might be different compared to the eyes position. Which is very strange anyway. Let's try to put it in the bumper camera. And see if it is a problem with the reference point. Probably is a different reference point compared to the eyes. Still moving a bit. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Update custom. Okay, well, that makes sense because the FOV is different, so of course it will look different. So let's put it in the bonnet position to check. Okay, and give it a 60 FOV. Okay, so that's the real bonnet, and that's the other, the custom camera. So that makes sense. So let's say we put it back. If that's back, could be forward, minus. Yeah, that's back. Okay. So the idea now is that we will have to get this up and make it work. Also to set up this particular camera. Let's see how complicated it is. Although I think we'll reach the 1 hour and a half for this broadcast, so I think I'll stop it there. And if you guys, let me see if you guys have some other question, and otherwise we will close this stream for today. You see what basically is left for me to do is basically hook up the app to move around the camera position, which in the new update you will find a new function that is very handy, and it was basically automatically put the camera using the driver model. So it's automatically putting the camera into what the correct position for that car driver model is. It's very handy. Then you can still change it. So what's left for this function to finish is both that, also the possibility. Actually, let's do this straight away. I noticed that when you close, it's not saved properly the one that you're using. So let's see where is this setting loaded. Definitely will change current mode. Right now, when we start up, we should see straight away. We should go straight away into the custom view. Yep, it works. Let's change back to here and try again. Yep. Okay. Oh, Aris, we need to talk about the Audi Quattro. Guys, as usual, it was really nice to see so many people connected and so many people watching, and I will be closing this one for today. My plan is to have the next streaming on Friday. Next Friday, I will be out to Hong Kong for 3 days, and thank you very much. And I will be chatting with you a little bit longer in the chat and oh my god, what is this? Okay, thank you very much for watching. Cheers.